Hello, everybody. Today I'm going to talk about how everything you need is inside of you, and there's nothing on the outside of you that can complete what's already complete on the inside of you. People might think that they need this job, they need this money, they need this car, they need whatever it might be, this person, this relationship, to make them feel complete, and that is just a mind-made concept inside of your head. And when you detach from all of these thoughts that you have and you really start diving into the present moment, and you can feel and be totally okay with everything that's happening in the present moment, that's when you start to feel complete again. You start to feel whole. You start to realize that nothing on the outside of you is going to complete you. There are things that can make you feel good. There are things, because we do live in a world of people and things, and they have their purpose. Relationships have their purpose. They're actually probably one of the most meaningful things in life, and relationships with parents, your kids, your spouse, whoever it might be, that is obviously a positive and amazing thing and beautiful thing. But those will never actually complete you, because you are already inside of you complete. You're already at home inside of you. It's all inside of you. It's all in you. The power of the universe is in you, and when you attach to, this is going to make me feel good, I'm going to be happier when I have this, that's when you start to become unhappy, when the ego steps in, and when you start to believe that there's this one thing that is going to create happiness within me. The ego will always want more. And whenever you get something, the ego will want the next thing, and it will never be satisfied. So once you realize that everything is within you, everything is already fulfilled, that's when true happiness and true love and true acceptance, true peace rises within you, peace in your heart. People around us are our greatest teachers, because you can see when you're listening and when you can actually watch what people are doing and why they might be telling themselves this story that they're unhappy. If you're present enough and you can see the ego in yourself, then when you see other people around you, their egos and what's creating their unhappiness, that's your greatest teacher, because then you can identify that's why they're making themselves unhappy, and then you can see that's the cause of their suffering, and that's a good lesson to learn. There's all kinds of lessons in that by watching and listening to people, and that's why the Bible and all these spiritual teachings talk about, how important it is to listen, and how important it is to be silent and to be humble and to be not someone who's trying to always be the one in the room getting all the attention talking, because that is the ego. And some people who have egos will watch someone with an ego who's talking and be all impressed by that, but don't let that fool you, because egos want to feed other egos, and when you're present enough, you can really see the truth in that. And there's another thing, that when you are quiet and when you are listening and when you are speaking truth, there will be outside attacks from other people whose ego might be mad that you are ascending the ego, because there's something in them that wants to also disrupt you, because that ego, that force, that negative force in the world, or whatever it might be, wants to keep living on and wants to keep feeding off of everybody's energy. So when you do bring presence to the world and you do bring light and love, something you might experience attacks from other people, or you might experience people telling you that, you know, what you're doing, judging you and trying to tell you, maybe, you know, knock you off the course so that you're not staying present and not staying away from the ego and away from that negativity. Because whatever is in them, it's not them, it's whatever's in them, the ego that wants to keep living on through everybody else and wants to create more of dysfunction and war and all of that. And that's something to also be aware of, because when you're present and when you're fully alert and someone may attack you, you can really be more present, and the more present you are, the more you'll be able to become more and more alert when they are attacking you, and more in the moment, feeling your being even more, because when you are being attacked, that's the greatest opportunity for you to really understand where this is coming from and learn and really listen to what is actually being said to you, instead of going on defense mode, just being non-reactive and really seeing the truth and what's behind what people might be saying to you and why they're saying it and where it's actually coming from. I hope that makes sense. Once you realize that everything you need is within yourself, within you, within everybody, that's when you can really start to disidentify from the ego, because when you attach to those thoughts, that's when it starts disrupting you and starts creating these stories in your head and starts telling you that what you're doing is whatever, you know, like, for example, let's say what I'm doing right now, making these videos, it'll try to come up with some random explanation that doesn't even make sense for why I shouldn't be doing this, or just in general trying to disrupt me from the path of doing this, because it doesn't want me to spread this positive message, the truth, because it wants to continue living on in other people. If there's anything you guys are struggling with and you want me to talk about it, I'd be happy for suggestions in the comments to talk about, and I would love to help you with whatever it is you might be going through, to give you a perspective on it that might help. So just leave, you know, a struggle if you are going through something in the comments, and I'll consider talking about it if it's something that I feel led to talk about. Other than that, I hope you have a great day, and thank you for listening.